Hey, what did you everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Full disclaimer, today's video, out of control. If you would have told me that this was gonna be happening last week, I'd have said you were crazy. But we are on our way to pick up something so cool. We're gonna be meeting up with Josh. We're gonna be introducing you guys to somebody new. We got big man Josh over here. You ready to go see some cool stuff?
Yeah, now that I'm in the right location.
Yeah. He just got a little bit lost. This is like way back here. We're gonna go look at some of the coolest stuff right now. I really think you guys have no idea what we're about to go check out. Without any further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump in our trucks and we're gonna go show you guys some super rad stuff. Talking to my wife, I was like, he's always working on cars. We got a Hellcat engine right here. And look at the stacks on these things. These are super rad. Like this is an actual functioning. It's on that truck back there. That one's really cool too. Let's see how easy that poses. You don't know? What about this big spot right here? Probably right there. 60 on it. Another Cummins swap. So as this thing sits right now, it's impossible for it to start. I thought my dirt road was long. This one is way back here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and show you a little bit of this guy's collection. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce him. This is Mr. Brad.
How's it going?
You guys are probably gonna be seeing him a little bit more frequently on the channel. How this all started, I came out here to look at a Power Stroke diesel engine, which is eventually gonna make its way out to the ranch. Then while I was out here, we saw the 1971 Cadillac. We got to talking, and he's got this C60, which has a Ford chassis underneath it. It's got some serious coilovers, super rad truck. Did a Cummins conversion on it. And what he is wanting to do is take one of the SA200s, and he's gonna build a little mount for it. It's gonna hang out right here. And basically, it's gonna fit that little gap right there that he's been trying to figure out what to fill it with. So everything just worked out super perfect. And today we're only here for the Cadillac, but we're gonna get a little bit of a tour of everything that this guy's got going on. And my favorite truck here by far is that one right there. That is such a unique build that we'll go ahead and walk over and show you guys a little bit of this beast that he's been working on. So this truck right here is by far, I think, the coolest one here. The Mater one's pretty cool. I don't know if you have a name for that one, but looks like Mater from Cars.
That one's Puddles.
Puddles?
That's all it does is leave puddles.
But this one, this is not a normal configuration. This truck did not come in a crew cab. This thing was custom built to be like a mega cab. Was it originally like an actual C30?
No.
Or what's the chassis underneath it?
It was a Suburban, so when I first got it, I bought it from some dude up in LA. It was a hacked up Suburban, had some cab welded to the back of it. It was still a 3-door, and it had an LB7 in it on a Duramax like chassis cab chassis, and it was just all hacked together. And then I decided to strip it apart and do it right. Now it's on a 4-door long bed 3500 chassis, Ford solid axle conversion. It's got an LML that's going in it, the belt trans and twins and all kinds of stuff. But I had a guy down in Texas, Cisco Fab. He did the stretch work here on the cab.
So for the doors, did he just take like 2 front doors and shorten them, or so how did he do that?
Here, burb doors are square, and then C10 doors are round. So he had a C10 door, and then added to it with a bird back door.
You need like 6 doors to make this thing.
These aren't too bad compared to these. I've seen guys do 4 doors out of these. All the metal. I've seen a 4-door out of those. Yeah, they're sick. But yeah.
This is gonna look so rad when it's done.
The amount of leg room is just astronomical. Yeah. I'd like to put it next to a mega cab long bed and see. Right? See if it actually matches up. Yeah. So you ever seen that show, Welder Up? Yeah. I actually got the bed from him while I was in Vegas. And then I had to say, so he did the headache rack. I had to shorten it.
Oh, dude, this is like the coolest truck.
Yeah. I had to take 2 feet out of it to make it fit the truck, and then I sectioned the box and made it all ugly looking. This box is too big, and I wanted this box right here. Slide out toolbox.
Whoa.
She's self-sufficient. Gooseneck works, all that stuff. All the lights, dome lights, turn signals, everything works like it should.
Dude, that spare tire carrier's Rad.
Oh yeah, just stick a pry bar in here and let it down to the ground. Let's see. Inside still got to redo. We painted that. But yep, 240 machine gun barrel for the shifter, and then a Mark 46 for the four-wheel drive transfer case.
68?
Yep, 68 burr. It's
68 burner, dude.
57 nose.
Legit.
It's getting 1 tons. It's gonna have a LB7 with a 6-speed manual and a bunch of just clapped out goodies.
And this one's, I think, on like an F550 or an F450 chassis. It's got a C60 on it. Another Cummins swap. Then the exhaust on this truck is just beautiful. It's integrated into the headache rack. Got these massive 8-sided tubes. Just a beautiful headache rack. Awesome flatbed. You guys, these trucks are just super, super awesome. So we are probably going to be helping him in the future a little bit with some of the stuff. Some of these things may be coming out to the ranch for a little bit. Doing a little bit of work out there. We're going to go ahead and keep on moseying. So there are just a ton of projects going on out here. He's always working on cars. We've got a Hellcat engine sitting right here. This is a bad Larry. What's this going in?
Price of 300.
That's gonna be mean 300. All right, so which one are you gonna take, Josh?
I like the Suburban, dude. It's about the Pontiacs.
Let's make
Given to me too, dude.
Let's make a deal. So we are getting like the deluxe treatment today. Brad's even gonna let me use his trailer. It's gonna be a lot easier to load this thing up. It's got a winch on it. Whereas if I would have brought like the gooseneck or my trailer, it would have been a struggle to get the Cadillac. That's it right there, by the way. We'll go ahead and go and show you guys that here in just a second. I've dropped this thing 1,000 times. So without any further ado, here's the main attraction. This is the 1971 Cadillac that we've been talking about. It's a convertible, 2-door. This thing is just a beast. It is so ridiculously long. And we'll go ahead and pop the hood for you guys. It's a little bit hard to close. You guys can see we have a little bit of an issue with the hinge over there. So it takes 2 people to actually get this thing closed. But this is the 8.2 liter engine that powers this thing. And believe it or not, guys, this car's actually front wheel drive, which blew my mind when Brad was telling me about it. I cannot wait to like dive into this thing and actually figure out how that works. Still just a trip to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and get this hood back down real quick. And I gotta put the camera down to actually get this hood closed. So, we got Cummins power to everything out here. This is a an F450 that he also did a Cummins swap in. We're gonna go ahead and get this pulled out of the way. We may be able to get the trailer in here without having to move this truck. I think it's possible. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and show you guys this beautiful Cadillac, minty, like fresh off the showroom floor. Look at this beautiful interior. Okay, maybe not so much, but the bones are good. This is a very straight Cadillac. Like that was the first thing I noticed, like looking down the sidelines.
Oh yeah.
This thing is straight as an arrow, dude.
Try opening and closing the doors, and like.
Nice. And there's just a little bit of rust on it, not much. Like the worst spot's on the hood right there.
Oh yeah, right there, and I think a little bit on one of the bottoms. But
Yeah.
the door's just.
Whoa.
Being a convertible.
Not bad. So she needs some work, but we'll get it there. Gotta figure that hood out. So right now we're just pumping up that front tire, help aid in getting it up on the trailer. That's a pretty steep angle.
Yeah, I think we'll get my walk in.
Whew, this ground is toasty. What if we took off the free spool and just actually pulled it with the trailer right now? Get it a little bit more lined up.
Yeah.
All right, so basically what I'm gonna do right now, we're gonna go ahead and drive a little bit forward. I don't know if it's in neutral though. I did not do that.
Definitely good to check that.
Yeah. Doesn't even feel like it's Does it work?
It does lock up. Yeah.
Oh. I think that's neutral right there.
Okay.
Find out real quick, huh?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, let's go. Wild ride.
That way about 3 or 4 inches. What about there?
This thing is so long.
This is a 20-foot trailer.
Dude, might be longer than my pickup.
Might be.
I'm gonna measure it once I get back to the range. Dude, that axle is up there.
Oh, dude, no rider. This thing's cool. Wish I had time to give it the love she needs.
My kids don't know about this thing yet. Talking to my wife, and I was like, I still got to go back to get the power stroke.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah.
Oh, does she know about this?
Oh, she knows, yeah.
That's all right.
Almost long enough, not quite.
Just go right there. Yeah, they are 2 different lengths.
And I don't know when I'm gonna start to be able to work on this thing, but you guys, I'm like beyond excited about this. This is just such a rad car. So we just got a couple more small things we gotta do real quick. Gonna tighten up one lug nut on the spare. And I think we're missing one lug nut back here.
You know,
It's got
problems.
Got brand new tires on it. And we are ready for the long trip home.
Sure.
It's not that long, really. All right, well, I think we are ready to rock and roll. So, like I said, you guys are gonna be seeing Brad from time to time. I'm sure we'll be working on some projects together.
For sure.
And I'm actually trying to talk him into starting a YouTube channel. So.
Yeah, we don't have a World Wide Web out here, so we're looking into it.
There's not much out here. He's pretty far back in the sticks. I thought I was far. He's a little bit farther. So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna hit the road.
Sir.
And see you again. Yeah.
Whenever.
So a little bit bummed because as we were about to load it up, Josh had to take off, and he's got some work stuff that he's got to go take care of. So he doesn't get to play around with it at all today. When we get it back to the ranch, we may drop it in the shop. I'm not 100% sure yet though. We'll have to cross that bridge once we get there, because right now I got to figure out how to get around this guy, because this is a very narrow road. I think we got a little pocket right here where we're gonna go ahead and hang out and let this guy go around us. All right, well, we made the long trek. We are pulling back into the ranch. You guys can see we got the Caddy back up on the trailer, and I got a couple things I got to take care of before we get this thing unloaded. But I think realistically, we may drop it off in the shop, may hook a battery up to it, try and run some fresh fuel to it, check the oil, check a couple other things. Honestly, they told me it ran when it parked, so we're gonna try and fire it up. All right, so yesterday when we went to pick this thing up, you guys, I was just beat. I was so tired. I'd been working since 2 o'clock that morning. Needless to say, I did not have a whole lot of energy, and we did not get too far in unloading this thing. But I do need to get Brad back his trailer today, so we are going to finish unloading it. We're gonna go ahead and pump some air back in this tire to help aid in getting it off. And then once we get the car unloaded, we'll go ahead and try and get it into the shop. We'll pop the hood. We'll take a gander at it. Maybe we'll try and get it started. I don't know. We'll see how far we can actually get. Let's see if we can actually get this thing unloaded first, but let's go ahead and get some air in this tire. We'll go to 35 pounds. we're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of air in all the tires. This one was kicking it. Look at that, 8.5. Hardly anything at all. So we're gonna get this side aired up. Do a quick walk around, see if the other ones are just as bad. And these ones are looking just as bad. All right, so it's gonna require a little bit of help getting this thing unloaded. So we got my nephews over here today. They're gonna help unload this monster of a Cadillac that we got. What do you guys think of this beauty?
Dude, this thing is epic.
This is our first time seeing it, by the way.
Oh my gosh, you got an Eldorado?
Yeah.
Dude, 8.2.
It's got a huge engine sitting under the hood.
Fire.
It got the tires all pumped up.
She needs some work. A little bit rusty. Not too bad.
Got it besides the engine.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if it runs at some point today.
Dang. No way. Today?
Yeah, today.
Were you gonna drive it around?
If it runs, I'm going to.
Yeah, of course.
Hey.
Parker, this thing's got.
Dad, I don't know about
It's got
this.
engine, like,
This is the biggest engine that GM, I think, ever put in a car from the factory. It's huge. Depends on what we do with it, but this was like the ultimate cruiser back in the day. Go ahead and let it out a little bit. Stop. It's gonna go on its own. You don't need to push. No. A little more.
He knows.
That's good. Stop.
yeah, baby.
Okay,
Looks
it's
like we're
almost
both
off.
gonna.
All right.
Mr. Beast for 15 grand?
All right, a little bit more. Keep going.
It's off.
All right. We've got a little bit of an unfortunate circumstance right now. The 299 just decided to quit working. The left joystick sensor just completely gave up the ghost right now. So I gotta order a new one of those. And the reason that's not good is because I need to get that loaded up and over to Brad's house. And I have nothing to lift it up with right now other than the 330. And I do not feel like tracking it all the way over here just to pick this thing up. So we're gonna try and get a little bit crafty. We're gonna try and drag it forward with the good old Polaris Ranger and see if we can figure out some other way to get this thing up onto that trailer. All right, need a little extra traction. Lock this in. And we're gonna need 4x4.
Well, we don't die.
All right, as far as redneck engineering goes, this is probably definitely not my finest hour, but this is what I've come up with so far. Got some tow straps hooked up to the welder. We're gonna try and pull it up with the Ranger. And yeah, we'll just see how this goes. More gas. Keep going, keep going. Stop, stop. Keep going. All right, set it down. All right, well, we got the generator up there. Definitely would have been easier with the 299. So we're gonna go ahead and take the trailer back. Just gotta get it tied down. Then once we get it delivered, we'll come back and we'll start to dive into that GMC a little bit. And I know I said GMC, and that's because we're throwing around the idea of calling it the Get Muddy Cadillac. So anyways, we'll be back in just a little bit. What do you think of this thing?
It is awesome.
It's pretty awesome. You wanna go see the engine?
Sure.
All right, cool. You can stand on that. Careful, it might blow up. It's explosive.
Yeah, there's a bomb in it.
But just be careful when you're stepping on
A
it.
real bomb.
Yeah, as long as you don't like kick it, it'll be fine.
You'll be okay. Pretty cool, huh?
Is it like a real bomb?
Oh, you're focused on that? No, it's just a crate. We just put the logo on there.
It's not a real bomb, neighbor.
No. Okay.
Pretty neat, huh?
Yep.
Do you know what these are?
No, I do not know.
Those are turbos.
Oh,
Those make it go fast.
Wu-Tang war whistles.
You know, this is my favorite diesel engine ever made.
oh,
Yep.
Very reliable.
You want to see where the welder's going?
yeah.
It's on that truck back there. That one's really cool too.
Okay.
You think it's gonna fit? Where do you think the welder's gonna go?
I do not know, but it looks like it's gonna fit.
You don't know?
Yeah.
What about this big spot right here?
Probably right there.
Yeah, probably right there. Okay. When do you think you'll have this one though?
I don't know, it's crazy because I've already got everything done except the shafts.
Yeah.
Obviously the 2 wires needs to start. But fuel tank, I mean, yeah, it's still need cab.
You guys see how easy that closes? This cab is in phenomenal shape. All right, well, we are just pulling out from Brad's place again. The welder has officially found its new home. What'd you think about this guy's trucks?
I loved them.
They're pretty rad, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one was your favorite?
My favorite one was the tow truck.
The tow truck?
Yeah.
So this all started with us wanting to get that Power Stroke, which I still do not have. So we will be back another day to come grab that thing. But for now, we're gonna go grab a bite to eat and then head back to the ranch. All right, guys, so we started poking around into the old Cadillac just a little bit, and she's not gonna be running today. So I think we're gonna go ahead and somewhat wrap things up because as we're looking at her, she's got no radiator. We're gonna need a battery. The lack of radiator would not stop me from trying to start this thing. But the one thing that will stop me from trying to start this is the lack of ignition that we got going on. The distributor cap, it's not even really connected anymore. We're missing half the spark plug wires. The coil's not connected. So there's a lot of work that's gonna have to happen to this before we try and fire it over. So as this thing sits right now, it's impossible for it to start. So we're probably gonna have to start off with new spark plugs, new spark plug wires, MSD distributor, gonna have to pick up a battery for it, and then we can go ahead and try and start poking around with this thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the screws in this video because there's not much else we can do with it. We may pull it into the shop for the next video, start cleaning it up, try and open up the convertible top. So this is just another very long-term project that when I saw it, I had to pick it up. I don't have like any immediate plans with it, but sometimes these things just come across your plate and you gotta pick them up. The one thing I am having a hard time deciding is whether or not we actually like try and fix this car up and make it a nice car, or if we just goof around with it, put bullhorns on the front, make like some mock shift truck bed back here. I don't know what to do yet. I'm open to suggestions on what you guys would rather see. Help me decide on which route we go with this car, whether or not we just goof around with it or actually try and make it a nice car. So I'm definitely open to suggestions on what we do with the old Cadillac. So drop it down in the comments on what you would like to see. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the screws in this video. Huge thanks to Brad for hooking me up with this sweet old 1971 Cadillac. Definitely gonna be working on some projects with him in the future. And a huge thanks to you guys for watching this video. And if you could do me a huge solid like, subscribe, share this video with your amigos, hit that notification button down below so you guys can continue to see progress with whatever other crazy project we got going on. And I will see you guys next time. Later.